Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to the 6th installment of Reddit entries read to you by the stinkiest Reddit mod. Today we're going to be reading about fat people. Now, a little bit of a viewer discretion before we get started. If you do not like laughing at fat people, this is not a video for you. This is not a video intended to make fun of our overweight brethren. It is just for entertainment. This page exists. The entries tickle. It's funny. I'm sorry. And there's just something about funny things happening to fat people that is just a lot more funny than funny things happening to regular people. And it's literally just because of their weight. If a skinny person falls, it's funny. But nowhere near as funny as if a fat person falls. It's just the way it is. It's not me, okay? It's just how things are. Anyways, if you enjoy the video, go ahead and give it a like. Slap that like button, as these YouTubers would say. Subscribe. Hit the bell. And comment for the motherfucking algorithm. Okay, I'm trying to get monetized here, alright? These videos take me hours. What are you doing? Okay? Now with that being said, one more thing. Use code MOISES in the Fortnite item shop. MOISES. That's MOISES. Thank you so much for considering. And one more thing. I know you've noticed my voice if you've been watching my previous videos. The three of you that watch my videos. I am a little sick right now. I don't know what's going on because I don't feel that bad, but I have severe symptoms. Cough, congestion, and that's about it. Other than that, I feel fit as a fiddle, but my voice has suffered. So I'm gonna sound like shit. It's always something. But entry number 1, written by user/Pontius the Pirate. A birthday ruined. I just resigned from a job I had for several years. I now feel liberated to tell my story that happened about 6 months in my time there. In a lukewarm attempt to protect the innocent, I won't say too much about the organization. The most important detail for this story is that it was a workplace trying hard to be progressive. They had a small room in a large office dedicated to what a 55-year-old manager once described in a meeting as a chilling the heck out room. He might as well have had a skateboard over his shoulder and a baseball cap on backwards. Anyways, birthdays were a big deal at this place, and one day, one of the best loved employees was celebrating her 50th. Apparently, she'd also celebrated her 40th at the company. 2 other long-standing employees who were close to this woman decided to make her a really elaborate cake and bring it into work. The whole office stopped work, something that almost never happens outside of fire drills. At 10:30, they gathered in the lunchroom for a presentation. There were some nice speeches, a couple big gifts, and then came the cake. It had been carefully hidden in the secret fridge in a separate part of the office, and there was an expectant murmur as the 2 creators carefully carried the enormous thing. It was covered in at least 3 tea towels. One of the ladies, who'd been responsible for the baking, lifted off the tea towels and immediately screamed. Everyone moved forward to see what the problem was. It was obvious what the cake was supposed to look like. A carefully constructed layered garden. A reference to a particular passion of the 50-year-old. But it was a mess. It was pretty clear that someone had damaged it in some way, and then made a pathetic attempt to cover their crime. The woman who screamed broke down and started weeping and apologizing. The other creator, the one who'd done all the icing and decoration, took it stoically. I initially thought this pointed to her own involvement in the catastrophe. Had she dropped the cake and was trying to pretend it was all fine? But it made no sense. Even if she had, why was the remedial action so inept when the undamaged part of the cake looked so awesome? The woman put her arm around her devastated colleague and said something like, "The show must go on." She then began to search in the fridge for what I thought might be candles. But after a long check, she announced, "Well, nothing's going right today. I can't even find the cream." It turned out she had intended to whip cream onto a section of the cake to represent snow. There was a moment where nobody really knew what to do. There was an awkward shift and people cleared their throats. And just as the stoic woman said, "Oh well, there's no use fussing over spilled milk," someone else from a different part of the office yelled, "Oh my goodness gracious! What in blazes are you doing?" The crowd sort of swarmed away from the presentation area and towards the commotion. It turned out it had come from beside the chill out room, when we saw an older member of the staff, renowned for his propensity to speak his mind, standing in the doorway of the room. He had obviously opened the door and had revealed inside a gigantic member of the staff, slumped beside a lazy boy, groaning and belching as if he's close to vomiting, his mouth, chin, and cheeks shining with what I assumed to be the remnants of a can of whipped cream, and sat beside him. So the whipped cream was sitting beside him. Incomprehensibly, there was a small amount of whipped cream on the groin part of his enormous trousers. All hell broke loose. One person yelled, "Oh my gosh, this is such a fucking cliche." Someone else screamed, "Did you eat the cake too?" Another person crouched beside the vast blob and hissed, "You've ruined a very special day, you fat son of a bitch." The quivering jelly man, the quivering jelly man, apparently bordering on catatonic, made a feeble attempt to protest his innocence. "These are unrelated events," he gurgled. Before furiously vomiting cake all over the chill out room's threadbare carpet. The tactless man who had discovered him said, "You vile glutton, clean yourself up and think about what you've done." And then he closed the door. Later, many agreed much of the abuse at the time and that followed over the next few days was over the top. I did, however, become good friends with the two members of the staff who were overweight, both of whom told me they felt the selfishness and cartoon stupidity of their giant colleague who had only reinforced stereotypes that he'd mostly deserved the caning. He was smacked about 5 months later on unrelated grounds. The chill out room was turned into the stationary repository that nobody used because the stink never left. Entry number 2. When my fat roommate finally got what she wanted. Thanks to you/Zuni for reminding me of the story. Written by a deleted user. Back when I was 15, I had to attend boarding school. My roommate was an obese girl, almost 240 pounds, and also 15. This girl was stuffing her face 24/7. I shit you not. Even during the night, she would wake up and start eating chocolate and drinking soda. It was pretty much like living with a pig, and our room was tiny. Back then I had quite a lot of medical problems, one being that my blood sugar was unstable as fuck. My dad was born with diabetes, and my doctor told me I would get it too, if I didn't watch my sugar intake. Not really the way it works, but I was a dumb teen, cut me some slack. Okay doctor. Generally, I didn't snack much on anything besides vegetables. My pig of a roommate didn't believe this. She thought it was something I had made up because I didn't want to share my snacks with her, and she was pretty furious about it. Her logic about this was really shitty. Like, because she didn't like the taste of water, she couldn't imagine anyone else would drink anything besides soda. She told me more than once. The day she found my secret stash, she would eat/drink it all, and she started going through my stuff when I wasn't in my room. About 4 months in, I had to do a project in biology about plants, but unfortunately I was pretty clueless on how to even keep a plant alive. During the following weekend, I asked my plant lover mom about it, and she told me that I should love it, water it, and give it some fertilizer. At the time, she made her own fertilizer and she told me that she would pour some in a bottle and put it in my bag. Oh my god, I think I know where this is going. I hope it doesn't go where I think it's going. Then I could use it on my own plant. I had forgot about— dude, she's gonna eat shit, isn't she? Sunday evening, I had forgot about it, and when I arrived back to the boarding school, I tossed a bag on a bed and went to the bathroom to do my business and take a shower. When I get back to my room, I found Miss Piggy, my lovely roommate, puking all over the floor. On the floor laid the empty soda bottle from my bag. I had forgotten all about it. Turns out she had raided my bag the moment I was out of the room. When she found the soda bottle, she apparently tried to drink it, thinking it was an ordinary soda that I was hiding from her. Not only did she get punished because she had finally been caught stealing red-handed and had to clean up the mess herself, she was sent home shortly after because she kept telling everyone I had tried to poison her. About a month later, I asked my mom what exactly the ingredients of her fertilizer consisted of, and she told me it was wet horse manure mixed with boiled gem-free water. TLDR. Greedy roommate thinks I'm hiding snacks from her and gets angry, drinks shit because she confuses it for soda. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. It's a bit of a short video this time. I'm gonna try to at least do the next couple entries no more than 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I'll try, because I've been watching my YouTube analytics and my average watch time is about 11 to 12 minutes. So I don't, at least until the channel gets a little more traction, a little more attention, I'm going to keep my videos to around that much time, because that seems to be the majority attention span of my current viewer base, which is very small. We're only at 12 subs. I got to 10 subs pretty quick, but now that I'm at 10, it's almost like it's very hard to get past. When I get to 20 subs, I'll be very happy. Let's just say that. And with that being said, give it a like, give the video a like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Alright? These videos, they take a lot to make. And I sure would love it if my hard work paid off. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Most importantly, leave a comment for the algorithm. If you don't do any of the other things, just leave a comment. Say whatever you want. I'll pin it. I'll heart it. I'll do it. I'll engage with you. The engagement is what I need, baby. Please. Also, use code Moises in the Fortnite item shop. And last but not least, tell me if this is fire. Tell me if these lyrics are fire.
A fit is a fiddle, but girl, my pickle need a tickle. She don't want to suck it because it's little.
Thank you for watching, and have a good night.